Nutcracker. Oh, there's my thing. Uh-oh. There we are. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining with us. I'm here today with Todd from Fat Dad Print Co. And we're going to be working on Project 7 of your Crystal Ninja Nutcracker collaboration box. I know I need some drum rolls, don't
I can do
I? Those
that.
drum rolls. Ah, thanks for the drum roll. Fabulous.
That's
All
what
right.
I got.
We'll do some quick intros while we're waiting on people to pop in. Oh, I'm missing. Why does this look weird? Oh, it's something's wrong. I'm not live. How come an error occurred on Facebook? Hang
Oh,
on, one more
Facebook
button.
is having some issues with it.
Oh,
So up at the top where you have your selections, hit it
yep.
again and see if you can force it.
I think it's doing it. It's scrolling. It's scrolling. I don't want it so dark in here. Yeah, it's fine. It's just my personal Facebook anyway. I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna delete it. We don't need those red notifications. I don't need that in my life. Remove. And this is how you troubleshoot, guys. You just you deal with it. Things happen, and you just got to roll with it. And it won't let me take it out. Now I'm gonna just have to ignore it, I guess. Oh well. Weird. Hi
It'll go
Tina,
back
good to
and forth.
see you. Yeah, it doesn't want to go away. Delete on Facebook. Remove. Click all the buttons. Yeah, it won't even let me do that. Okay, fine. I will ignore the red warning, warning, Will Robinson, right? Is that his
It's
name?
amazing. It did that to us earlier, and we had to keep going, spinning, hitting it back and forth. Just no fun.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Awesome. And a good morning to Jerry Dyke. Come on in, Miss Jerry. Good to see you. Very good. All right, I've got a few watchers. Let us know where you're watching from. And I've got Todd Downing here today from Fat Dad Print Co. He is our gracious sponsor and collaborator of Box 14, and we're going to need everything in Box 14 today, along with Box 19, and along with Box 6, and along with your starter kit. You're going to need your tool from here, the glue, possibly a syringe, and a 20 gauge tip, and maybe even a little swab. We might be doing some spreading of the glue with that. We don't need our UV light today. This one is going to be super fun. We also have another. Let me open up all my goodies. Let's get set up. What's up, Sandra? Good to see you all the way from North Carolina. Ooh, look at these cool. Now, see, had misspoke on our other collaborator for Create by Firefly. I kept saying she was sending UV DTF transfers, and they are not. But these are. These are,
Yes.
right? And I do
Yeah.
apologize to Melissa. I was like, oh, I had my words mixed up. So hers were just amazing decals, like regular printed decals. But these are UV DTF. Now, Todd, can you explain to us what a UV DTF decal is? I'm going to move you to the big screen.
Yes, I can. Look at me. I should
Big
have
screen.
there.
And also tell us about what you guys do.
So, in a nutshell, we do it all, right? Just like all of us,
Yeah.
we do it all.
Yeah.
But our main focus on the print side of things. So whether that is UV DTF stickers or regular DTF transfers, that is the main source of it right now. Now, the difference between a UV DTF sticker and a regular printed sticker is there's a lot of ways to do regular printed stickers. You know, you can use an equal solvent printer, a latex printer, an inkjet printer, a thermal printer. There's so many different ways to do that. And where that is it's usually printed directly onto a material, whether that's a solid base like a white or a clear, and then it turns it into a sticker. So you're printing on that. Now with UV, it's ink itself, and it is printed onto an adhesive, and with that, so it's just a solid ink that's there. You'll have a white underbase and then your color on top, and then it's UV cured. So what that means is we have no background to it. So we can put it on a lot of things that traditionally, if you put a decal on it, you would have had the white sticker behind it. Now you don't have that, and you're able to do it on there. Now there are some downsides to it because it is UV cured. It is hard, so it's going to last. You're not going to have to worry about issues with sunlight. You're not going to have to worry about issues of it rubbing off. It's on the back of a phone case or something.
Right.
But where the downfall is on the plastic. Like say if you have a plastic squeeze bottle, you put it on that, you're more prone to have cracking with it. Now, there's
Yep.
different inks and hardeners and things that you can do to make it so that it can become more pliable. But those are more in a specialty setting. If somebody needs something for a specific thing, then there's a specific product for that. So when we
Right.
did ours, we went with the hard ones because that's what most everybody is putting them on, is that hard surface. And it just, when you start looking at your business, you can go the super niche thing when you're going to charge a higher premium for it, or you can expand to a broader market and not have to charge as much for it. So we went
Sure.
that way with it because of what we do in our business, and it adds to it. And durability for it. If everybody on their squeegee, that's what that
Yes.
is
That's
the
right.
UV DTF. So you can just see how small you can get. Like, could you imagine cutting that out of vinyl and weeding that? There's no
No,
way.
I can't. I can imagine hiring someone else to do it because now my eyes and my fingers say absolutely not, hard pass. But yes,
Yep.
these are beautiful. Yeah, for sure.
So
That's
that in
awesome.
a nutshell, that's what UV DTF is.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you so much. And so we're going to use these today on this little white tumbler. Let me get all my goodies out. Such perfect size little items for all these boxes. I'm not going to say I didn't have a little fun picking all these things out because I did.
I will say that
Can you
turned out
hear some music?
gorgeous. The box,
Can you-
everything with it, the presentation for it, it is
Yeah,
the gift that just keeps on giving. Right?
that's
It should
right.
definitely
I
be,
know, right?
it should definitely be a yearly thing. And
Oh,
I heard
we've
that there
chatted
might
about it
be, yeah,
being
that the
a summer and winter thing as well.
that's what I
Since yeah,
heard. And
hmm
I think
rumor
there's
has
nothing
it.
better than, I look at that is, I look, me, I look at things in a business way all the time. Is now it's like, how simple can you make that so it becomes a family project box where we're getting the kids
Right.
together and we're getting them involved in it. So nothing
Yes.
overly complicated, but easy and fun to do. And
Right. And
we'll
so
have a
here's my
box.
question. Since you do have young children at home, have they been able to enjoy this, or did you guys keep it all yourself for right now?
Hudson enjoys opening the boxes. In fact,
Oh,
they
good.
didn't have a chance to do it yesterday before school, so they had to wait until they got home from school. And that
Sure.
was his first thing was, "Did you open a box? What's in the box? Let me see
Did
what's
you
in the
open a
box." So,
box? Oh, that's awesome. And
so
that is what
but
we kept in
was
mind. We wanted family friendly.
and what did he have to do? He had to cheat to go ahead to get something out of another box, but he made sure that Corey didn't look to see what was in that box. So it's been
That's
fun.
awesome. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. I love it. And that was our goal, to keep it family friendly. That way we could, have you guys enjoy evenings or, different kind of, because everyone has a different schedule for the holidays. And so it's kind of broken up into bits and pieces, and you don't have to do it every single day. You don't have to do it live. You can do it all on, the day after Christmas. You've got that couple of days of just wanting to do something, and maybe staying at home is better for people to not travel so much. And now you've got these fun projects for everybody to kind of participate with. So hooray, awesome. And Jerry said the box opening is fun for all ages. I know, right?
It
I
is.
do love it. And then how many of us like to keep boxes? Who's gonna really toss this big box? Like, I'm gonna regift this in some. I can't wait to wrap something for maybe husband ninja, and like, look, I got you a big box, and then there's just a book inside.
I'm not saying that I still have, single digit iPhone generation boxes laying around, because you never
Right?
know. You
What's up
never
with that?
know.
Why do we do that? Right?
But
Right? I know, right, Amanda? That's
that
awesome.
I'm pretty good about. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not good about doing that. Corey will say, "Why are we holding on to? What if I need it? What if I need it?
Hey,
What if we need to
it's
send
such a
it
good
back?"
box. It's
You
such
know.
a good box. Right. I know. Well, this one's good for regifting all sorts of things because it's pretty big. So enjoy your boxes, guys. And it's possible that after tomorrow, I know it says sold out on the site right now, but after tomorrow, we've got our last ones. We're waiting on a few more supplies to come in, and we have the last ones going out. We might have 4 or 5 available for last minute shipping. So keep in mind, you just go fill out that notify me button on the site, and it's possible that you get one too, because once we're done with these, there's no more. There's no more till possibly summertime. And then again for the holidays. So it's going to be a very exclusive thing. And we're super happy with all the collaborators that we had visit with us and do all these projects. So let's glue into it, shall we? I
Let's
think
go.
so. I think so. So we opened up box number 14, and it had all. Oh, let me
You want to
move
switch
you
screens?
to the side. Let's switch. Awesome. Good. Hey, we're like the Brady Bunch. There's my friend Todd up there.
I'll see you next month.
That's right. Next month. I know. Awesome. Okay, so box number 14 has in your boxes Fat Dad Printco squeegee with two beautiful custom Nutcracker UV DTF and a beautiful snowflake. I'm going to use both of them today just because I'm wanting to use both of them. And in box number 19, looks like this one is a little 3-ounce mini tumbler, a little white one. It has a little lid to it. So it's just kind of a super small little, I'm going to use mine for probably a pen jar at my new desk. My new desk over at Crystal Pier in Pacific Beach. You guys might notice I'm missing one of my amazing Swarovski paintings. It's because husband and I took one over last night and started hanging. So we're taking stuff off the walls and sneakily getting them out of here so that Susie's like, where's that? What'd you do with that? And I'm in trouble because it was out of order. But we took it over last night. We got the other 5 cleats hung. So now we can just bring them over and just slip them on. So that part's done. So excited. So we're also moving, you guys. So our hours are going to be different for the holiday season. We're going to be shutting down, I think, next week. And the website might still be open, but we do have to close it a little bit for inventory coming up soon. So just be patient with that. And we're going to get all that stuff, get all that done. Lickety split. And then we're going to be open at the beach, hopefully January 8th. Hopefully, all the fingers crossed. All right. In box number 6 is a beautiful rhinestone mix from Graceful Rose Stones. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? My little light is on here. And she's got some beautiful light blue mochas in here. Looks like maybe some cobalt or that's a really pretty color. Some luminous white, some clear. Lots of beautiful colors in here. And we're just gonna do a twinkling. This won't fill your whole cup up. That's what all these projects are for, is to kind of get you started with the little different techniques. So first what I want to do is you're going to choose your DTF. So I'm going to peel both of mine, and you have to peel the clear from the backer, the white backer. There we
Now,
go.
how do you do yours? Because when I do mine, I'll do it with the hinge, where I'll just peel it partway down. And the reason I do that is so that when I'm placing a decal on there, it gives me more room to move around with it. So I can position it better without it worrying about sticks. Because the one thing about DTF is the UV DTF is once it's there, it's there. So if you can create yourself that little hinge, that little area, you can see
I'm gonna do that.
And the good thing about these being on that white background and this being a white tumbler is you can see, all right, that's what it's going to look like. That's the placement on it. And then you can just tack down that first top part and then just go to town on it. Because it's one of these, and when it comes to UV DTF, once you put it down, commit. There's no pulling.
You got to commit. If you want to tilt it, if you want it crooked, then make it that way. If you want it straight, then make it straight. That's right. I'm going to just touch it with my finger here. And then now I can pull that backer off. Look how smooth that went down.
Yep. And I know other people that will, once they have it on here like this on a flat object, that they'll use their squeegee.
Yes. Oh, see, I just use my finger.
Yep.
And then
so they'll do it that way, where they'll send it down and move it around and do everything with that.
Right.
And when it comes to applying them, every material is different. Some holds the adhesive more than others. Some you don't have to put much pressure at all on it. So it's always good, instead of just putting it on and ripping it off, like ripping off a Band-Aid, just kind of look at a corner and see of it, because you want to, the best way to remove them is you want to get as close to that bottom part as you can when you're peeling something away from it. You don't want to be straight up from it. You want to provide that most tension against it. So that way, because when you're pulling up on it, that's the motion that it's pulling with the force. When you're pulling it back across, and there's less chance of it pulling right up. And where you'll really notice that is on things with little details on it. These ones have these little fingers of the snowflake. So if you just get all willy-nilly on it and try and pull it off, there's a chance it could pull off those little pieces to it.
All right, so I'm going to see if mine will focus to where we can see that. So I'm not going to pull straight up. I'm going to pull straight back.
Correct.
And it's very strong. And see, mine is wanting to stay. So I'm going to put my little fingernail back down. There it goes. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of that too. Little fingernail action. And then looking good. Oh, my little leaf there wants to kind of stay. Give it a little push. But once they're on, oh, they're so beautiful.
Yeah, because it definitely gives that, unlike a traditional decal or sticker that you put on there, where it's a flat piece that's on there, with it being the ink that's all that's on there, it gives that raised and textured look for it. So we've
Right.
had people that have done like footballs and basketballs where they've used that texture on there, so
Oh,
it'll
cool.
feel like the basketball, will actually feel like the football. It'll have that. So
Oh, I bet
um,
that does.
it,
Yeah.
it it's really wild because even think on this, if we just did, it on UV DTF, you can't build up the layers like you can if you were doing a like traditional flatbed. Because like we've seen that
Mm-hmm.
into the shows where like the water droplets where it was build up over the top of
Oh,
it.
sure.
You can't do that because of the amount of passes going back and forth on film. If you have a flatbed, you can, which is a something that I'm not looking at right now at all.
You're not
But
looking at it when we go to the Long Beach
not at
show.
all. Yeah,
Impression, is it Impressions
yeah.
Expo in
Impressions
January? Yes.
Expo next month. But
Yeah. You're
I,
not looking at that at all.
where even on this little one, it doesn't have the buildup for it, but on the other one, they do braille with it, and that's how it's printed on those.
Ooh, right.
Because it has that texture on it that you're able to build up. But on this, yeah, I could just sit here and rub this for a
Right.
while because I like the
Right. The
feel of it.
texture is so nice in the gloss. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. I'm going to do the nutcracker on the opposite side. I'm going to place this. I'm actually going to use your amazing squeegee to hold my cup and keep it centered. And then I'm going to put this super cute little nutcracker. Oh,
And
I think my camera froze.
well, and here's a tip
Dang it.
for you as well. If you want to put something directly on the other side of this, one easy way to do it is once you put your lid on there, if you just line up the point of your end with the
Yep.
point of the decal, so you're right
Yep.
there.
Oh, and then we can
Then
see it.
right on the other side, if you look at the lid,
That.
there is a little line that's right there. So if you line up with that line, that middle, you're going to be
Look at
directly
that.
across from the side.
Look at that. That's a great tip. I love it. Yeah, I think I lost my overhead camera. What's going on with the internet today? Let me try again. I'm trying to get back in there. Something went wrong. Obviously.
Nothing went wrong. Everything went right.
Obviously, yeah. Try again. Try again. What's up? Come on. Well, good thing I have multiple devices. Oh, but how do I do the sound on that one? Hang on.
The joys of
Hang on.
technology.
I know I might just pull this down here and then do it like that. That ain't bad. That's not so bad. I'll do that. Did y'all get to see Santa Paw? You wanted to see Santa Paw today, so there's the Santa Paw. Ruff, ruff. Santa Paw. Yeah, there's my backup cam right there. Is it gonna stay up? Yes. We're gonna go with it for right now because until this goes, because if I put the other phone on, I'm gonna have audio issues. Like usual. Oh, I'll switch it so they can see my close up.
There you go.
Because this resolution is really good. And I don't know why, because I'm on the same Wi-Fi. All right, let's put this super cutie patootie on here. Look at that. And now I'm going to use my squeegee. Now, Todd, tell me, are there other vinyls that you guys use the fuzzy side for that might scratch or something? Is that why there's a fuzzy side on here?
Yeah. So when we're doing application of a regular signed vinyl, we'll use it
Yeah.
on that. That way it won't, because that does have that hard edge on it. So it
Mm-hmm.
won't damage the vinyl from there. So we use the application tape, we'll apply it there, then we'll use the hard edge to put it on. As we peel that off, sometimes you'll get those lifts like on a wall, and so you go back to the
Yes.
soft side so it's there. Somebody who's doing wraps, if you peel it off there, you'll want to use that soft side with it because it just takes less
Mm-hmm.
chance to damage the thing. So it's more in the sign vinyl
Right.
side of things.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I like, it's another texture thing that it feels good just to brush the hair back and forth on it.
Yeah, it does, huh? Oh, he's so cute. Look at that. He's so cute. Awesome. This is not a bad angle, but it's my laptop, and now I can't really see anything else, but that's okay. Okay, let's get to some gluing, you guys. Let's get to some gluing. Am I going to reload this later? Cancel. What are we doing? Cancel.
I'm gonna give it my go in glue. We'll see what I do.
Do it, do it. So I've got two different options for you guys. You can use your syringe, which is probably better because there's not enough stones. This was a beautiful sample that she sent for us, but you won't have enough for full coverage, right? You can add your own stones if you've got some white or some clear. You can totally add to this as you go. And I mean, I think what I might do is just get it super close to the snowflake and see how far out I could go. I think I'm gonna do that. So I will use my syringe today. I'm gonna use this little syringe. Yeah, my other phone is not behaving. So we're gonna keep this view. We're gonna keep this view. As long as you guys can see. If you can't, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna be peeking there every minute. All right, we don't need a lot of glue. Remember, you guys, you do not need a ton of glue for this. We're going to do 1 dot, typically 1 dot of glue per stone. I'm going to fill this little syringe and then put this tip on. Easy peasy, just like that. And then where's my very important napkin from our friends over at Serendipity? Yes, I may have borrowed a few when I was there last week in New York City, or 2 weeks ago. And then what else? Oh, we need our pickup tool, our crystal Kubotan tool as well. So get that ready. And so I'm going to test my glue out here on the napkin. Just give it a very slight push. You barely have to press at all for this. And then I'm going to go in because she sent some nice, some smaller stones in here as well. I just bet I put 1 dot, 1 tiny dot of glue here. And I'll show you guys up close.
Now, Jerry's asking, what size needle did you use for that, Kelly?
Oh, this is a 20 gauge. Our pink is 20 gauge. Now, I can't guarantee that in 2 years it will still be the same because most manufacturers might use different colors of their for their numbers, but for now, it's a pink. Our pink is the 20 gauge.
And while you're using the Kubotan, I got I may have taken over from the boss's desk. Look what I found over there.
What do you got? Oh, let me put my screen up. Oh, that. Oh, I love it.
That was a treat in itself.
Yeah, that was someone's Christmas present.
I love it. I love it. I love the feel of it. It's another
right. I know. It's very tactile. Yes, very tactile. I'm just gonna put these little small ones in a little gap here. Super easy. Maybe a little white. I think it's luminous white. I could be mistaken. Oh no, there's none of this. No, sorry guys, no. Oh no, phone calls right now. No.
That's been my entire day. Phone calls and calls. We started calls at 8:30 this morning, and we're still rolling with it right now.
That's awesome. We'll get back to it later. Looking super cute already. Super cute. And then now I'm going to put like a bigger one in this next little gap. And it doesn't matter what color. It's just a mix, like a wintry mix. It's super, super pretty.
Well, it's like snowflakes. No two are the same, right? So the same thing here.
Right.
Do what feels good to you.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think there's no right or wrong way. In fact, there is a wrong way. The wrong way is to not do it. Just get out there and do it.
I like that. That's the wrong way, to not do it. You are correct. If you're not having fun, that's the wrong way. There we go. And then what about, there's even white opal in here. Nice. Good job. This is from Sarah at Graceful Rose Stones. And she is listed on the collaborator page. Go check her site out. And she's probably got some holiday specials going on. Super cute.
Now, for those that might be new at it, when you're putting your glue drop down there, when you say just a drop per, what's your size of glue drop that you're putting down for them, or that they should be putting down?
I like to aim for like half the size of the stone I want to use. So I'm going to put that size. It's so small. I'm going to probably put a size 16 on top of that, which is a 4 millimeter. And if you go on to crystalninja.com in the guide section, there's even a size chart. And if you print it out, you grab the PDF and print that out, it's probably to scale. Probably to scale, and then that way you can even put your stones on the printout and see and do a little size check. And sometimes we have random little bags like this that you get from all kind of manufacturers, and you might not know what size they are. So then you can just line them up on that little chart. And my friend Steve, will you grab one from the front door, and then I'll show everybody what they look like. Because if you come into our place, into our dojo, we also give one with every purchase of a size chart, and it's very helpful to see it in person. That way, if you have anything you're curious about, and it's also if you guys have a large work mat, like I'm working on right here, we've got it right here as well. So that's always a helpful tool to have if you got one of these. And we've got some restocked on these charts, and they're a little bit longer, which I do love. So this is what it looks like on the site, and it's a rhinestone size guide, and there are some that are very tiny. These are about the size of salt. Okay, they get super, super small, and then they get nice and big. I kind of favor the larger ones these days with my old eyes getting weak on me. But so those are to scale. They have the millimeters and the inches. So depending on what kind of system that you like to work with, we've got millimeters and inches in all the sizes, and you can take that stone. I'm going to guess this one's a 16. Let's see if I am correct. Right on it. So that's how you do that. So if you used to put this on the 20, you'd see lots of outline around there. If you put it on the 12, you'd see 0. So this is going to be, I'm sorry, that's a 14. So this is a set size 16 on this one, right there.
So for those of us that don't see in spots and dots, this is a great tool to have.
It sure is. And then on the back of this one, there's even some help to know how many stones you'll need for what kind of fill pattern on these 2 fill patterns, and then 4 different sizes, like the kind of the standard sizes that most people like to use. And if you're on Android, there is also an app called the Rhinestone Ruler, but unfortunately, we might have a couple glitches with that right now, so it might not be available to see anybody. So we're working on that behind the scenes, but we got to move first, and then we'll get back onto the digital things. So unfortunately, my app, which I love dearly, works on my phones, but it's having some problems in the App Store. So bummer. Thumbs down. Thumbs down for that.
For that guide, for that stone guide, that was available on your website as well?
It sure is. It's on the guide section. There's a little tab at the top, and you've got this one. I think, why don't I share my screen and show you guys while y'all are gluing. Let me find that one. 1 second here. And there we go. Okay, let me share this screen. Let's see. Share screen. Do you want to say bye? Come tell Lawrence, come tell everybody bye. Oh, you say bye here? Okay, because you can wave to everybody. I'm on live. Yes, sir, of course. Okay. All right, we'll be here. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. All good. Thank you so much. Yep, and we'll see you when you pick those up. Yes, sir, of course. Yep. Yes, that sounds good. Yes, sir. All right, let me share this. Okay. All right, so on our site right there, you're going to click the guides button there. Oh, I got to be on this page. Guide. And then you've got a glue guide as well, which is super duper helpful. And it lists most of the glues that we love to use at the top, along with kind of a helpful side item of what item you might be gluing onto. And then you just follow the arrows over, and then you can see that lots of the glues do cross over and can be used on lots of different items. But it might depend on who's using it, where is it going, how is it getting used, stuff like that. And then here's also that rhinestone size chart right there for you. And we also have our glue SDS sheets, so you can click through there and learn about the glues that we use. And then we also have a quote form and some little favorite links. So there's the guide section. And also since I'm here, I'm going to click on the collaborator box. So we have our couple more lives for one more today at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Let's check that. If we click here, we've got, it's a 1 o'clock today. And that will be with Be Createful. She sent some beautiful hotfix transfers for hers. And then 2 more tomorrow. And then we're going to be done with this one. But I also wanted to show that to get another one of these boxes, oops, here I am, sorry, is on the home page, you do the Get Yours button, and you're going to fill out this, email or text me when available. And then once we hit the restock button, you guys will get notification and move as fast as you can, because I think now there's probably like 15 people waiting on the wait list, which is awesome. But we might have 4 to 6 boxes that are left over. So do all the things, click all the things, and maybe you can get yours. Jared, the app does not work for Apple. That was the longest part of the chore that we were going through. And that's going to take even longer. Yeah. To get an actual app on Apple was it's pretty difficult. I went through 3 different developers, and still there's problems with that. So yeah, we're still trying, but yeah, and it's not a web-based app. It's a separate app altogether. That's what's in the App Store. So some websites have, here's my web app, and it's a web app. It's not a separate app altogether, and that's what the Rhinestone ruler is. It's just a separate app altogether. So it'll take a little bit more trying and more development from the developers, But I'm learning. You know how it is when you guys can't find someone to help you do what you do. You do it yourself. And who knows what might be coming? Who knows? Who knows? All right, how's your cup going?
I think it's going well, but in your description of things on your site, I think one of the things that people overlook is that not all glues are created the same and manufactured the same, and not all are toxic. And so it's something that having those options, that resource that is there for you, is something to make sure that you go look and use that, that you're using the right glue for the right job.
It's very important. We like to always have the SDS sheets available. And it's kind of heartbreaking when I hear someone say, oh, the glue is just up to your preference. And that's farthest from the truth. You want glues to stick to the items that they're made for. So I prefer to use eyelash glue. Like, it's easy, right? It's simple. But it's not going to hold up on anything else besides your eyelashes. Like, so pick the glues according to what their use is for or recommended for. And then you'll have your best outcome. So definitely check out that glue guide. We've got real world results for nearly 20 years of success. So check that out.
Once somebody opens up glue, what's the lifespan of it? Like, how long, because
that's a great question.
You're not using a whole lot of glue. So I can do a lot with a little. How do I know if my glue's still good?
You're right. So typically, most glue has a shelf life of about 6 months. If you have a higher end glue, you might have 1 year. And if you want to elongate that time, if you've got a small, like a cosmetic refrigerator, like a chill, not a super cold fridge. I like to use one that's a digital cosmetic refrigerator, and I keep my glues, especially my expensive 2-part epoxies, my Superflex, it's super expensive. I'll keep those at around 64 degrees, 65 degrees. Just something, a light chill. You don't want them to be too cold. And that will actually help keep it in a dark, cool place. And it will elongate your expiration dates. Definitely. But that's always a good thing to look at, is expiration dates, because sometimes you get excited and you're like, oh, there's a sale on the glue. I'm going to get 10 glues. And then you don't do that much gluing. And yes, it was a great idea to save money, but you got to use your glues. So don't, even though it's fun to purchase because it was a great deal and you're going to use it one day, if it's past the expiration day or the use by day, it's difficult. So I wouldn't recommend using any glue past 6 months after you purchase it, because it's not going to have that same potency, I guess is the word. Yeah, that's a great question.
Would you recommend when somebody opened up glue to put the date that they open on it? Because
100%, yes. Sometimes glues have expiration dates on them. I want to show, I think right here next to me is, maybe it's on the box. Usually, it's right here. So with CG500, it's a 2-part epoxy. This one has actually says April of 2024. So this one is past. Now, is that the date we got it? No, I'm pretty sure that's the use by date. But check your dates if there's glue. Yeah, and it could be Jerry, and that's okay too. Because if you have a premium glue like a CG 500, a year past the date, I will still use it and I will still trust it. It is really, really good high-end glue. So check your boxes and your packaging for dates. It's most likely that there isn't a date on the glues, but just pay attention to when you buy something. And like Todd said, write the day on there, and that's very helpful to do.
I will neither confirm nor deny that there are things that have been done with the CG 500 two-part,
Uh-oh.
and the expiration says is 21,
9 of 21.
9 of 21, and it is
21.
it is working. Hey, you know how you just said, hey, just when there's a sale on something, don't go overboard. Well, that doesn't do great for your sales to know that glue lasts that long. And when it's on there, then
Right.
hey, you might as well go overboard. But
You
yeah,
might as well.
she just happened to look and realize, oh, this is from 21, but the
And
ornaments
it's still working. And it also
Everything.
helps that you guys aren't working in a hot garage. Like heat does things to things. You guys are you're in Moline, Illinois, so that your temperatures do get hot, but it's in your house, right? So you're
Yes,
not working
in a
out in a
controlled
hot
area.
warehouse. Yeah.
Now, what would be signs of bad glue? You know, if somebody were to be like, "Is it me? Is it my glue? Is it the way I'm applying? Is there anything that people should look for if they think they might have an issue?"
Signs of bad glue. I guess if it just comes out a complete different color, if it's, because all glues do turn yellow. Like no matter what color glue you get or what color you order or what it says, it'll never turn yellow. That's baloney. Phony baloney. It will always turn yellow, depending on the age and how it was stored, and if it has tons of UV access. If the sun is on it constantly, it's gonna turn yellow. So that's a good way to see if your glue is, 10 years old and you squish it out the tube, it might be a little bit discolored just from sitting there and the age. So I would look at that first. And smell is usually not, it's going to still have a certain smell, I guess. And my whole thing is I don't use a ton of old glues besides the one we just have there. It's only a few months past the date. We use the glues we go through. We use them. So I rarely have a old glue sitting around. I'm shocked that one's there, but because we use
I
them
wasn't
up.
sure if it was like a consistency issue, like if things would start to separate or how that would work. Because me, I don't do a
That
whole
could
lot of
be.
it, so I would just be like, let's grab it and go and see what happens.
Right, that could be. Like with the Fusion Tack and or Gem Tack, if you have it sitting in your bottle, it's water-based stuff and it sits there for, let's say, 2 years, it's possible there could be some separation. So give it a good shake, stir it up a lot. It's possible that you could still use it. But yeah, just to keep it fresh and keep it moving is the best advice I've got for glues. Yeah. And to store them nicely. Don't store them in a window, in a hot car, yeah, for sure. But I want to show how cute this is looking. Look at that.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you're like way farther than me.
Oh, that's all right though. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah,
Love it.
That's the great thing about this. Look, we both started with the
Right.
same thing. We have the
Right.
same product, everything in there, and they look completely different. And that's one of the great
Right.
things about this box is that everybody has the same stuff, but there's so many unique things and different
Mhm.
ways to do it coming out of it. That's the really fun part of it.
That's right. And there's so many supplies that you'll have left over that you can create your own items from, that you've got other supplies ready to go. So yeah, that's a super good thing about this whole project. Yeah, fun
But and it's
stuff.
giving you that chance to try other things that you probably normally wouldn't do on your own.
Right.
And that's what I'm seeing from it. Whereas I think a lot of people want to get started with it, but they're just not sure what to do or how to do it, or they can't grasp what you can do with it. So having these project-based things, which really help you do that. I'm not 100% sure, but is your membership still open for people?
Oh, thank you for asking. So level 1 and level 2 always open, and level 3 is only open the 1st through the 7th of each month. And that's because we send a kit with that one. I'm trying to also refresh that camera. But and we have one where there's no kit, and that's for VIP 3, and that one will be open all the time,
So
and you get
then,
access.
for
Go ahead.
for somebody there, what is the membership like? I'm new to this. I want to get it.
Yep.
What are your different levels with it? How do I know more about it? Is it on the site? What should I expect out of it?
Awesome. I'm gonna share my screen. I would love to show you. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me go to this one. All right, let me get my screen up. Hang on. Share screen. There we go. This one. So it's a completely private site, um, independent site. Now it's going to change looks in about a few more weeks. We are switching over to a different process. But what you see here is on the main page, when you go to rhinestoneartist.com, you're going to see a beautiful, flashy little car, a little Fiat that we did a couple of years ago. And then scroll down and just going to get some information about the different techniques. And then here's the information about our different group levels. And I do have them all turned off right now because we are migrating over to that new platform, but everything should be up in about 2 weeks. And once you see the different groups, I'll go ahead and sneak peek into there. So level 1 has 30 different groups, and I call them groups because I just like to kind of package the conversation into a group. It's a little easier to search and find. We talk about copyrights and how not to infringe on them. We do automotive projects. We talk about how to organize. And of course, level 1 gets 15% off all purchases of courses or other upgrades in this VIP site and also on Crystal Ninja. And when I get special projects, it's kind of hard to see on here, but this was a project for Sabrina Carpenter a few weeks ago. I show this to my VIPs first. They get the background of how to do it, what projects I had to, or what supplies I had to use. The timing on it was super quick, and then just special tips and tricks that I use to make these amazing projects happen within just days. So that's the biggest share from these groups. And I think it opened up into a new window, and you might not have been able to see that, which is good because it's for VIP only. And and then in
And you said that was level 1. Level 1 has all this access?
level 1, yes, has 24 different groups in them.
And how much is that one?
This is only $12.99.
So let's just do
$12.99.
basic math. If you're spending
Right.
$100 a month on stones, 15% is $15. So
Right.
you should just go ahead and get that just because
Yep.
you're going to save
Just
that.
because. And that's also where we answer all questions first in the VIP on any topic. I have one DM here waiting for me, but see, look, my notifications are not, I answer them first there. Level 2 is $59.99 a month, and it's a little bit more in depth. We show way more information on the Sabrina Carpenter Tumbler there, how my portraits are done, our big giant manufacturing projects, how they're done. So we get into a lot more information in level 2, and then in level 3, it's similar projects, but you get a full kit, you get a live video, and you also get the actual recorded class kind of format video as well. So we've done glass, we've done metal, we've done hot fix, we've done different techniques on different, will it open up in the same window? I think so, yeah. So this one is from how we did ice cream scoops this past summer using honeycomb on 2 different axes, the vertical and the horizontal axis. Most people wouldn't know that was a different challenge, but it sure was. So look how cool. Look how cool does that open up in the same window? Yes. So the same fill pattern, her first one is going from side to side, and the other one is going up and down. So it's good to learn all these different techniques. That way you're prepared for when sometimes we reach out to our high-end performing artists and we say, look, we've got some projects we need help on. And I think that was actually, oh, that's Renee. Awesome. So we've even got a certified Ninjaneer program as well. And we have one in January coming up very soon. So that's where we get you in here and you teach us what you know for 5 days, we put everyone through some pretty grueling projects and kind of give them time tests. We give them quizzes and lectures. And that's a pretty good. We just had one. Was it last month? I think, and that's over on Crystal Ninja. I think we've got 2 spots left on that one, and that's going to be in Dojo Events and certification program. We had 4 people graduate, so we've got 4 certified engineers out there. So if you're interested in all the things, just fill that out, and we'll see you January. I think it's 15 through 19. So for 5 days. Yep. 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I was like, is that 14 or 15? And that'll be in our new place in San Diego at the beach at Crystal Pier. We're 1 block from Crystal Pier in PB. We're so excited.
So it sounds like there's a lot going on in January. If you get
so much, I know, right? And then the next day or 2 days later, I'll be with you guys in Long Beach. So yeah, busy.
It'll all be here before we know it. Like this is
right.
It's just a part of it. Now, when somebody signs up for this, like, what do you? Because I know you want to make sure that everybody is getting their value out of it. What do you like? If you could tell them one thing that you feel would help them out in this journey, what would that be?
It helps to have the confidence. You're coming to me to ask the questions of what glue for these shoes. I've got my daughter's dance recital soon. I don't want this to fall apart on stage. When I'm asked a question, I give you my answers. I've done this before. I've had things fall apart on stage. I learned my lessons, and I'm giving you all the things. There's no gatekeeping. I tell you everything you need to know. But you do have to put in the work. You do have to put in the practice to get those outcomes to happen. So it's not just overnight. It's not just overnight success for everybody. So, and I do have a couple members of my VIP in the chat. So if you guys are still here, let them know. Give me some thumbs up. It's a good place to be. And we're adding even office hours coming in the next session. I'll be hopefully live like half an hour once a week. And that way you can get, hands-on or in person, kind of like, here's how I did this, and here's how I do this, and all the things. Oh, awesome. Amanda's still here. Yeah. Amanda's actually coming to certification next month. So she's going to get all the things. That's awesome. And it does, it helps if they participate as well. If you're not very participant in the VIP, that's totally fine. But it does help for me to know what level you're at, what problems you're having in different areas that I can assist with. And then if I don't know the answers to something, I have a huge community that I can get you in touch with to help you out with something. So it's a great place, and I'm super happy that I finally just pulled the trigger. I'm pretty sure someone named Todd influenced me to do a lot of this, but as he does everything, of course, I run it by him and Corey and Pilar. Hey, what do you guys think about this? And like, you're going to do it, and you're going to do it like this and this and this. I'm like, okay, here we go. And then I do it. So it's a great group of friends to have. So yeah.
Well, and I think in something like this, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. If you're not putting a whole lot into it, don't expect a whole lot out of it. But yeah. I know in our industry that just on the shirt side of things, that the normal person or my normal friends have absolutely no clue what I'm talking about. And I have nobody to relate to. So in groups like these, you have people that are doing the same thing you do. They have the same questions, the same comments, the same concerns. They've been there, done that. So this is where that community aspect really comes into play, because you're surrounding yourself with people who are doing the same thing you are, and they're there to better each other. So if you really wanted to take the craft seriously, you really need to join a group like this to be able to help you get to that next level. And even if it's just, the direct access for questions, hey, I can search online, and maybe Kelly posted this somewhere sometime in that, but man, if I can just
it's not helpful to find 15 people arguing about one glue. It didn't work for them. Don't do it there. And then you still don't know who to trust, because they don't have a source of to back up their work. They've only been gluing or only been rhinestoning for 2 months, and this is how they do it. Here's how it works. Whereas I've been doing it 20 years now, and this could work. This might work. This works the best. So I am mostly honest about everything that we get asked for, and I have confidence in my answers, so it's not going to leave you wondering, well, what if I did this? What if I did that? I'm gonna tell you, look, I did this and I did that, and here's how I did it, and I would love for you to do it too, and then we can come to the solution together. So yeah, it's a lot. Oh, look, there's Arlene. She's one of our international members in Canada. Awesome. She says VIP is so awesome. Our VIP 3 is so awesome. She was lucky enough to be part of it from the very start. That's right. She's an OG member. She gets all the special stuff. That's awesome. Thank you, Arlene. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, especially since the last 4 years, is there's a lot of COVID creators out there, that
Yes.
that fell into stuff, which is fine. That's how.
Yep.
I don't think anybody woke up one morning and said, "Hey, you know what I'm going to be today." No, you just fell into it.
Right.
But some of them are kind of the trend chasers, where what can they do and what can they go after, and it's their way or no way. And there's multiple different ways to do something. These projects are a great example of it. For what Kelly's doing, what I'm doing. Same project, same material, same everything.
Catching up.
Look. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So you can see that there's a lot to it. And anybody that's not open to criticism, open to change, open to other ideas, you got to really know your source. When you're looking for stuff out there, just know your source. And I can't tell you a better source than what you have right here in front of you for Rhinestones. And I'm not talking about me. Not talking about me.
It's all you, bro.
Her.
It's all you.
I'm talking about her. You really have that opportunity to advance what you want to do, and even if it's just something you want to do in the spare time. Hey, I want it to look good. It's like painting. I don't think anybody plans on being a painter. You do it because you enjoy it, and if you can get better at it, hey, you enjoy it more.
That's right. That's right. Well, this was awesome. This is awesome. We're almost at an hour. I know you've got lots of work to get back to. And same here. I've got a few boxes to pack, and then I'll be live again at 1 o'clock, doing it some more. We're gonna do some decal or some hot fix transfers. We're gonna be gluing some hot fix transfers, so that'll be a little bit of a skill, but I'm gonna try to illustrate it to where or to show it the way it's a little bit easier for y'all to see. So yeah, awesome. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much. VIP 3. A game changer for her career and worth every penny. Thank you so much, Amanda. I cannot wait to see you in January for certification. Yeah, very cool, very cool.
Wednesdays we use for work on our business Wednesdays. So I'm totally stepping out of my comfort zone because I have a call with my mentor on Friday and cold call scripts. I haven't cold called in 20 years.
Oh my, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry. Awesome. Now, Todd, what are your other your groups? What's your Facebook group before we sign off?
If they could just go to Fat Dad CD, that'll get you in the link tree, and that will get you where everything is, because we are
fabulous.
Actually on we're going to be doing a little rebranding on some of the content creation, so it all flows seamlessly, and that will be happening here. I could probably tell you guys first. The new name is going to be Makers and Movers. Makers and Movers. Makers and Movers is what it's going to be. Pretty sure. I think that's where it is. So we're changing up our group name for it. We're changing up the YouTube channel. We're just trying to we know nobody's looking for Fat Dad, and if you are, you're kind of some kind of fetish weirdo. So you're not necessarily looking for that. And so if we can put something together that was like the long-term project that I knew needed work, and that's something that we're working on. So yeah,
very cool.
Super cute on that. Look at that.
Yeah, awesome. Twinks. Look at that. Super cute. And then I will keep working on mine a little bit later. Yeah. I love that. Makers and Movers. That sounds exciting. Well, very cool, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed our live today and our chats. And I'll see you guys back at 1 o'clock. Another one in 1 hour.
Another one.
Another one. That's right. And another one. And I have my lights on today, too. The battery, it's still actually going. I'm impressed with this little battery, but it's kind of hard to see with all these lights on. Yep. What'd you just do? Oh, hangers. Steve's sign language, and I'm like, what did you just say?
Hangers?
We got the new hangers for the new store. So, yeah, the slat wall hangers. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see y'all at 1 o'clock. I'll be back here. Same place, same channels. Yep. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Okay, bye.